Hi, it's me, Gilbert, part of Engineering 6.
Hello, it's me, Andy, part of Sweet Hurdling Football's team name.
And I'm Osman Lopez.
And yes, we're part of Team Sweet Hurdling Footballs. But today we're going to talk about our MATLAB code, which is poker. So let's just hop right in. Let's run the main function. So when you run the main function, the first thing you want to do is press start game, because that's how you start the game. We also added some nice music in the background. That was implemented by Osman. We'll talk about that later. But let me clear the music so it's easier to hear. I'm just gonna talk about the GUI and what I implemented. So I did all the interfaces. So that's scheming the buttons, making sure stuff works, implementing functions, implementing Osman's shuffle function, all that stuff. So you click new hand and you get to see 5 cards. Each player gets a card, 2 cards of their own. To prevent cheating, we added a little toggle switch at the top right. This is so the other person can't see your card, because if they can, they have an advantage in seeing if you're lying or not. Poker's all about keeping straight faces, lying, betting when you need to bet. You want to get as much money as you can as fast as you can, and no one wants to be with zero money because then you lose. But you click the button, I can see my 7 of hearts and 6 of diamonds, and then I'll pass it to the next player. They'll click their button, they'll see their 7 of diamonds and king of hearts. I wouldn't be able to see because I'll be looking away, hopefully. And then it goes all the way up to player 5. Yes, just to show you, you can do them all at the same time. And yeah. And then the way betting works is, this is the bet box. You can put how much money you want. So if I felt as if I had a good hand, a 7 of hearts and 6 of diamonds, I would bet $20 and then hit my action button, which shows that I'm betting it, that player 1 is betting it. That money will then be subtracted from player 1 and go to a pot, which would be it should be distributed here, but there's a problem in the main script, so we had to implement a lot of the code in our GUI for some odd reason. It just wasn't working properly for us, so we had to uh, improvise and do what we could at the moment, sadly. As well as that, there's a flop, a turn, and a river. And after the river, there's going to be a winner. They get the money, so then you get new hands, and new cards show up. And then you do it all over again. But yeah, I'll show you what the GUI looks like compared to the main script. The graphic user interface has all these schemes, these buttons. It has functions within functions because the main script wasn't working properly. I wasn't sure if it was our coding or it was a problem with MATLAB, but I had to see. You can see card image 12. It's making sure each card is assigned appropriately with its value. Osman will talk later about that. Our main script still has some functions in it, but for some reason it wouldn't run other ones. Like, I believe this one's the shuffle the deck function, and this one is looking at their images and assigning it to axes. Uh, you also can see what hand we're on and how much money you lost, or your money history, in the main function. But for now, I'll pass it on to Andy so he could talk more about his part.
Hello. So originally the plotting was supposed to be meant so that when it ran, it would ask player 1 for their bet, and let's say player 1 bets $30. Player 2 then has the option to call yes or no, and let's just say he presses yes. And so $30 will be subtracted from both their monies. Now player 3 has the option to bet, and let's say he presses no, and then he has the option to either fold or raise them. So let's say he folds, he presses 0, and so no money is subtracted from player 3, and it moves on to player 4. Player 4 now decides to all in, so he has 100 minus 100, and then player 5 decides to all in with him, so he clicks yes. Now the pot is equal to 260, and the pot is going to be assigned to the winner, and that's designated by the number. So number 1 through 5 will signify who wins. So if it's number 1, then player 1 wins. If it's number 4, then player 4 wins. Let's just say it's player 4. So all the money will go to him, and supposedly there was going to be a histogram, this graph that shows the hand number as the x-axis and the player's money as the y-axis, so that we can see their progression to see who's the best gambler before they all in and lost the game. But that didn't really work out, so I'm gonna pass it to Austin now.
So going back to the beginning, so let's run the program, start the game. So I implemented this song into the game for all the Halo players out there. This is the Halo theme song. Let's stop it now. We were thinking of including a button, a play and pause button, but we wanted to keep it simple, keep the game board simple, and just have the necessary buttons. So we just included the code for the song in the main script. So whenever it runs, whenever the game starts, the sound just starts playing, and it will keep playing as long as you keep playing the game. And obviously, if you exit out of the game, it will stop playing the music. And now, talking about the cards, we created the cards by creating an array, a 52 by 2 array. This way, we assigned a number value to each type of card, and this is how we gave it a value, and this is how we assigned it a specific image for each card. And this is how we got the cards to have their own image in the game. So that's about it.
Click it. This is a physical manifestation of us as a group sweet hurdling footballs for our Engineering 6 project. I don't know if we were supposed to include us in the actual video of us explaining everything, but this is us going over the code one more time for you. Just making sure that, no cheating involved.
It's actually us.
It's actually us. And Gilbert, say something, please, so your voice matches.
I just want to, as you can, I just want to look at the nice deck shuffle we got going on here.
Is that even the deck shuffle?
Yeah, it is. It is the shuffle.
Oh, okay, keep going.
So if you look at it, you got deck. This is where we put all the cards, because, if you put it in a folder, it's very nice, because then, you got them all right here. You got, JC's, obviously, the Club of Jacks, Jack of Clubs. I don't remember. Sorry, I should have went with the easier one, AD, which is Ace of Diamond.
Yeah, that was pretty easy.
Pretty easy.
All right, so yeah, that's about it. We just wanted to show our faces.
Oh wait, one more thing too about the cards, okay. Because we didn't say it, but it was actually pretty hard, because here we assigned 14 is equal to A, but also for some reason the code wouldn't understand what 14 was when it was A, so we also had to put 14 H and AH. They're equivalent. They're the exact same thing, but the program wouldn't always read it as 14 or A. So this was just to be safe.
All right.